everyone, it's Amy from YosoBoho. Before I start my Thursday night thrift haul, I wanted to share a special purchase from this past weekend's flea market, where we were set up in the parking lot outside of our treasures. We had a vendor right next to us that pulled this out and started playing some music from it, and oh my gosh, the sound. It's so wonderful. It is not an original. It's a later version of the Victrola. It's not in great condition, but still quite beautiful. And wait till you hear the sound that comes out of this. Now, I bought the actual Victrola, a book of albums. I think there's 10 or 11 in here. And she also included, I want to say about 10 needles. These needles have to be replaced. She said they should be replaced every 1 or 2 times that you use them. She says she uses them up to 5 times. So they need to be replaced often, but she said that they are easy to find on Amazon and cheap to purchase. And I know that these albums are cheap. I see them all the time inside of the thrift stores that I frequent. So I'm excited now to pick up some additional albums. But let me see if I can get this set up. I'm going to change out the needle. Cross your fingers I figure out how to do this. We got to wind it up. And then you'll hear what I heard and why I couldn't leave without it. And oh, by the way, all of this for $25. Seemed like a good deal, I thought. So let's check it out. Anyone want to dance? I'm having a hard time holding the camera straight. I hope you enjoyed that gramophone. The sound to me is just... It sounds amazing, especially in my 1928 house. It kind of echoes in here in a way that I just can't explain. Now let's jump into the Thursday night thrift. This week we have some items that were found over the past, I want to say 2 weeks. A couple from a rummage sale, a couple from an estate sale, one from a thrift store, and a pair from an auction. So I've been kind of gathering a little bit here and there from many different sources, which has been nice. I like the fact that I've found some things online that are just safe pickups. My thrift store is finally open. I only went for about half an hour at the end of one day just to see how it was going to be, because I am being very cautious. So I did pick up a handful of things there. That's where I found this silver overlay bowl here. And the estate sale was pretty much outside, which was nice. They only limited in-house to a couple people at a time, but they had most of the stuff outside. It's very cool. And the rummage sale that I went to was in Painesville. There is like an old style like drive-in cinema, and they have a rummage sale there on the weekends on Saturday and Sundays. So that's where I received some of these things. I say some because one of them is something I've owned for a while, but I thought we might talk about these things because they're all kind of in the same category. So let's do this. Let's make it fun and let's play guess what is the most expensive thing. So it's this pair of candle holders or this bowl with silver overlay or these baskets or these wooden things. There's some bottle stoppers here, a little woodpecker, and it's actually a cigarette box. We can do it like that too. We'll do this as a group, this bowl on its own, these two baskets, and this set of candle holders. Okay, got it? You got your pick? All right, let's dive into it. Let's start with this bowl right here. This is a Cambridge glass. I believe it's Cambridge Caprice. It's a silver overlay with the pattern Poppy, or I think I read Flanders Poppy. It's a 10-inch bowl. Now, it's hard to see, but this is actual silver overlaid on this glass. And I apologize, this glass is a little dirty. I wiped it down, but I haven't really cleaned it yet. And you can see through the bottom there that I paid $5 for it. Now, had I to do it over, I may not have purchased this. And that is because I found a tiny crack. It's teeny tiny, but it's there. And I like things to be perfect. It's right here. It's really hard to see. There. You kind of see it right at the tip of my finger. It probably happened when this was applied. That's my guess. I mean, I guess somebody could have dinked a spoon on there or something. It's quite beautiful, but I learned that it's not that valuable. Although you will see these listed for $50, sometimes $70. I want to say I saw two on Etsy listed. One was $50+, one was $44+, of course with shipping. And then eBay, I saw one listed for $70 and one listed for just under $50. So you would imagine that that would be a great thing to buy. However, when I look at the sold comps, I'm seeing 15, 20, plus shipping. So not incredibly valuable. Beautiful, but not incredibly valuable. These guys are fun. These are mechanical bottle like toppers that you put in your liquor bottles that have movement to them when you engage them. So let's try here. The heads are a little angled away from each other, so they don't quite kiss, but they look like they're about to. This is called the kissing couple. I guess I could maybe adjust the heads a little bit. These are a little later version. The heads aren't carved on these. They are vintage. They are old. This is all carved and hand painted. These are like a plastic head. So, very cute. Oftentimes you will see these listed as Henri, A-N-R-I. I can put up some history. Henri came from a designer, a fellow who did woodwork during the war. And I believe it's like the first two letters of his first name and the first two of his last. And I can't recall right now what that is, but I will put it up on screen. And although not all of the stuff that looks like this is from his work, most of it's called Henri or Henri style. So this one is amazing. She says, "Get out of my kitchen." I love her. Now she is completely hand hand carved, painted, and worth more than the kissing couple. I found these 3 things, including this little woodpecker who pecks on the wood. I found all 3 of these things in a bag being sold together, and I settled at $15, so I paid $5 each. That was pretty good. I think she alone is a $50 piece. I have found her on WorthPoint. I'll share those comps. But she has sold ones just like her with the hand carved, have sold for $50. These guys a little less, maybe in the $20 to $22 range, mainly because they have the plastic heads. If they were fully carved and older, they'd be worth a little bit more. And this guy, I haven't found exactly one like him, but I have found some others. I think, again, he's probably in the $20 to $25 range. Very cool. Can't even see his mechanics. They're all inside there. It's neat. Now, this guy, I said, I've had for a while. When I was younger, asked for him when I found him in the closet of a home that my grandmother was taking care of. At the time, they were cleaning out, and it was probably in the 80s, and she thought there's no real worth there. Go ahead, have it. Even though I was, probably 12, and it's a cigarette box. So she didn't mind. I don't have any cigarettes to show you how to use it, but you load your cigarettes in here, and then you use the duck to grab them. And just the motion of this, the cigarette rolls out, and he grabs it and picks it up with his beak, and then you take it. So there was some sort of label on here that is unreadable. I don't know if it was a souvenir piece or what. I have found many like this with this inlaid box on them. It's very nicely done. Not worth a lot of money. So I saved it all these years thinking it was, this little unique treasure, but it's really not. Most of these sell for right around the $20 range. There, again, some like this bowl are listed for quite a bit more. And I did see one that sold around $30, but most of them like $15 to $20. So just thought it might be neat to share mechanical wood carved stuff. Look for it. These, amazing. Look for these. This is a $5 piece. I spent $5 on her, and she's worth $50. So that is fantastic. When you think about the 15, 50, 70, 90 for the 3 of them, that's what I'm hoping they're worth, which is pretty fantastic. And that guy, I just thought I'd throw him in here because we're talking mechanics, and it's a vintage mechanic. But look for them. They can be worth money. Baskets also can be worth money. The right kind of basket. There are so many baskets out there, and wicker right now with the boho look is popular. Also within the farmhouse look, wicker is popular. So baskets can be a great buy. These baskets, I paid $1 a piece for them at that estate sale. This is a beautiful vintage wicker rattan utensil basket. It's in wonderful shape. Has a little bit of missingness right there where somebody probably slammed some spoons or knives in there. But for the most part, somebody would probably add some cups or something here to protect the wicker. For the most part, this is in nice condition. Looks great. These sell online anywhere from $20 to $30. this vintage style utensil holder. So for $1, that was a nice little find. And then this guy is a heart-shaped, I want to say bamboo, because this is all bent wood, which is easier to do with bamboo. That means, when I say bent wood, that means that this was all saturated and formed. They use warm water and they saturate it, and then they make it, you know, shaped to how they want it, and then do some gluing and some stapling and stuff. But you can see the construction of this is older. You can see the little brads that were used. And the hinges. They have nice vintage hinges on them. Let me turn it around here. I love this piece because you can see how it was constructed, and it's beautifully constructed. And the shape is great. There are a lot of these online with handles, where the handles came from somewhere in here to like over here, so you could kind of grab it above. Some are titled sewing baskets, some are titled picnic baskets. I don't know what this is without a handle. It's just beautiful. I think it would look amazing on anybody's table. What a great place for storage, you know. Anything kind of tucked away is nice. This basket I have found similar, like I said, with handles. They go anywhere from $30 up. The nicer construction, I think the better and the higher the value. I would put this at about $28 or $30. Not bad for $1. So again, you know, maybe $50 there. So where were we at over here? This guy, we decided he's not worth that much. $20, 20 plus. Over here, I think we're winning with, what did I say, 90, something like that. If you added him in there, we're at 110 maybe, 115. And $50. Leaves us with these guys. These were in one of my auction lots in the latest online auction where I spent very little money. I saw a few things. I was very tight with my dollars. I got a little carried away the week before. So these were in a lot that I didn't pay attention to these. I'm not a big clear glass person. But when I got them home and I realized that the shape of them was beautiful, quite Art Deco, definitely a 30s or 40s feel, I did a little bit of research and found out that they're made by Heisey Glass, and the very last set of these that I found that sold on Worth Point, December of last year, sold for $120 for the set. There's not a lot of sets out there, by the way. There were some one-offs. You can find one-offs. They go from anywhere $45 to $50 for just the single. But a pair of them together should be worth $120 plus. So I don't know if I'll ask that much for them. They have had some use. You can definitely tell, and I will clean off all of that wax. But the glass on the bottoms of these, maybe this one shows a little bit more wear. Yeah. See how much it was scooted around? I think that probably takes the value down a little bit since there's a lot of scratches there. I think also people expect it to be a little rough on the bottom for its age. These are 1940. This is in a pineapple pattern. It's a 3 candle holder candlestick set. Like I said, Heisey Glass. That was a surprise for me and a nice thing to learn because I don't often look at the clear glass. So I was very happy with that find. So if you guessed the candle holders, you won. Yay, you win. the boxes that I bought in that lot that included these, I paid $6 for. So now you know why I was happy to have them. I didn't even know. I didn't know. So very cool. Okay, I hope you learned something. I always love to learn when I do my research on these things. I always like to learn about them and share with you. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you really like these videos, please do me the biggest favor and subscribe. Hit that like button. Even hit the bell if you want a notification. I'm posting videos pretty much every Thursday night, but we'll be doing some intermittent things as well. So would love to have you as one of my early subscribers as I'm starting to grow the channel. And if you feel so inclined, share the video with your friends. Tell them that you're learning things. I know that this is a growing popular thing for a younger audience. I see so many young millennials out when I'm out looking at stuff and talking about stuff at the rummage sales and at the thrift stores. And a lot of the people that I follow online who are doing the garage sales and doing the thrift hauls, they're all 20 or lower, you know, in their lower 30s. They're all learning amazing things. And the baby boomers just, you know, are starting to give up their stuff. They're starting to downsize, and there's beautiful things out there that are worth money that they're giving up. And a lot of the younger kids aren't necessarily ready yet for, you know, fancy things on a table or a shelf. So that, you know, older millennial, younger Gen X is really taking advantage of the knowledge and going out and finding beautiful, valuable things. So come along for the ride. I may not still be a 30-something, but I'm still learning, and I appreciate anyone who's watching and learning along. So take care. See you soon.